What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life.
And Katie.
Today we are driving through Arcadia, Florida. This is known to be a cowboy town because the boys here like cows.
And not like they do in Wisconsin where they push them over.
No, these boys here really like cows. There's something wrong with them. These boys out here ain't right. So Arcadia is in Desoto County.
Is this a checkpoint?
Yeah, unbelievable. They're known for stuff like this. I went down. It's welcome to our town. Let's give you a ticket. This just highlights what these towns are about. I mean, literally. Okay, I was just looking through the DeSoto County arrest records, and I was shocked at some of the things that I saw. So these little towns will ruin your freaking life. And if we could just make a video about Arcadia today, I would just want to say Arcadia will ruin your life. So I'm looking through the arrest records, right?
This one here?
Yeah, 70. There's a guy locked up right now in this county, and he's got a lot of different charges. You know, bless his heart coming over here from Miami. But I think it's a Cuban guy that came over here from Miami. And I'm looking at this guy's charges, and it's just unbelievable. That's a concrete wall.
Yes.
All right.
There's a concrete wall on both sides
Yes.
that I'm trying to avoid.
I can see that. I can hope you can manage that. So, this guy has a lot of charges. But among his charges, he has a $15,000 bond for a less than $40 larceny. Let me just say that again. There's somebody right now in the DeSoto County Jail that has a what the crap? Is there a vulture on the road? How would I am here like these little towns ain't right, bro. What type of animal is it?
It looks like
It's a meow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a guy right now in this county jail sitting on a $15,000 bond for a $40 larceny. Now, you would assume that with as harsh as Arcadia is on crime, right, that this would be a low crime rate town, right? Because after all, they're practically throwing people's lives away over like a stolen bar of candy. You would assume, right? Well, because they're so strict on crime, this would be the most crime-free place on earth. But far from that. It's not working. There's a few problems with this town, and I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. I think the biggest problem in this town is the tyrannical hand of law enforcement. I mean, because the only thing I can think of in this town when I think about Arcadia is how many people... Cuban food, Poppy! Yeah, there's a new Cuban restaurant here. It looks amazing. We've already eaten today, but there is a new Cuban restaurant in Arcadia. And one thing this town does have is good freaking food. So if you ever find yourself driving through Arcadia, check out their local food. There's a great little breakfast place that's kind of like a baker that's incredible. I've had a bunch of subscribers recommend it to me, but unfortunately we had a Starbuco on the way here.
Yeah,
but there is a new Cuban restaurant.
We go to Starbucks so much, we get free meals sometimes.
Yeah, it was on points today. We got Starbucks on points today. Anyways, if it was working, I would understand it. Like if Arcadia was like this crime-free place. Excuse me. Sorry, the roads were really rough here. So like I'm really struggling to keep my mount from flying off. I'm like, I don't know if you can see our camera. It's like all over the place, but that's because the roads are so bad. It's been like this for decades. They don't really fix roads here. In fact, this town probably has some of the worst roads of any town anywhere in America, probably. Not just in Florida. Probably anywhere in America. Beautiful historic homes and stuff like that. It's a gorgeous town. It's a shame how mismanaged this town is because... what is it, 45 minutes from Lakewood Ranch?
Yeah.
You know? You would think with the proximity to Lakewood Ranch, this would already be blowing up here, but it hasn't. People just know to avoid this town. I think the biggest issue with this town is just how horrible law enforcement is here. I mean, here's another police over here at this motel. I don't know what do they. It's the people driving from Lakewood Ranch to Fort Pierce aren't the ones. Aren't the ones that need to be looked out for in this town. A lot of the homeless people in Sarasota and Bradenton are actually from here. We've actually interviewed a handful of people that are homeless in Sarasota. Sorry about the camera bouncing all over. This road is just a mess.
This is like the never-ending construction project.
Right.
It's like the song that never ends. And it goes on and on, my friends.
Horrible here.
Yeah.
What a mess.
And I'm sorry for putting that earworm in your... Because I know anyone who's seen that show will have it in their head all day long.
Yeah, I don't really care about your show. I'm talking about Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
So take this slowly. Those people behind you have lost their minds at this point. Bless your heart for driving. But anyways, I'm looking at this guy in the jail here, and it's just unbelievable. So they got him on a $15,000 bond. Let's see here. This is on 7/21. So he's got a grand theft.
That girl's...
What girl?
Over there, homeless.
Homeless, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the homeless people we've interviewed where we live are actually originating over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wouldn't believe how many homeless people in Bradenton and Sarasota actually originated from here. And they small know that we don't have a homeless problem. No crap. If you're homeless here, you better get out before you disappear.
Mm-hmm. That's the one?
No. No, it's in downtown.
Okay.
The new restaurant, it's in downtown. It's like a bakery in downtown. Look, somebody broke into the. Somebody broke into the. No. No, it just looks like plywood. Their poster looks like a sheet of plywood. Drinking great.
I'm pretty sure you could get a good biscuit here if you wanted one.
Anyways, this guy's got a $15,000 bond for petty theft. Petty theft, property dwelling, curtilage less than, what is it? From a dwelling less than $40. So imagine stealing something worth $40 and getting a $15,000 bond. I mean, that's like insane. This one's about to heat up so much, like it's like literally on fire. Let me put the AC on over the phone. Why did our dash just go black?
I have no idea. It's been doing that. I don't know why.
It thinks it's nighttime. Oh, because this is black. I know why. Because this is blocking the. I can't tell you guys. It's a trick that I discovered for making my videos not get less glare. Wow, this phone's hot.
Yeah, it's like driving me nuts.
This phone's. I know. I got you, honey. I got you. Hopefully the phone doesn't freeze. It's only an 8-minute video. And it's already like at 100 degrees.
Wow.
It's just a trick that I discovered to remove the glare off the screen. But it also, unfortunately, makes our truck think it's nighttime. I mean, when they want to jam somebody up here, they jam them up. If you have a battery here, they won't put a bond on you. I mean, I'm looking at these charges on people and the bonds they get. And then here's this guy. And then here's the other thing, right? If, like, you're friends with, like, somebody in the sheriff's office.
You're kidding me.
The jacked up truck? The Bronco?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then if you're, like, friends with the sheriff or somebody at the office down there, there's people whose crimes are very serious, and they get, like, a very small bond. Like, here's a guy, he got a $1,000 bond for herb, $1,000 for equipment or use, paraphernalia, basically. $1,000 for filling the register. $50,000 for 14 grams. That's a lot. So he was pushing meth. He's never getting out of jail.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so they got him for meth twice. So what they do to people here is they'll charge you with the same crime twice. Like this guy here, his name is LaVar White. He's got meth twice. they charged him twice for trafficking meth. So anything over 14 grams is a felony, I guess, or a new charge. So since he had over 28 grams, they charged him twice. So most counties would have charged him once for over 14 grams, but they here in Desoto County, they'll double it up, right? So they'll break your grams into different charges. So instead of catching one charge for trafficking, now you got 2 trafficking charges.
Wow.
So it's really one single crime, but they charge you twice for it, and they bond you twice for it. So this guy is on over $100,000 bond for trafficking meth. And look, I'm with you. Trafficking meth is a horrible thing, but I think the law already stipulates what things are. You don't have to double down on people to ruin their lives. I mean, he's ruined his own life, and I really don't know how to explain this other than in Arcadia, these people will ruin your life. I mean, on top of that, then they always give people enhancements. Now, he didn't have an enhancement, but he is a black guy, and most black guys in Arcadia will pick up an enhancement on their charges. Now, this guy was arrested on 10/23. I mean, just some of the things you see out here when you look through their arrest records, you're just like, wow, dude. And if there were, a crime-free community, this would make a lot of sense, like how it works, but it doesn't work. They're just ruining people's lives, and it's a mess out here. And it's not just the sheriff's office, it's also the code enforcement. The county's very corrupt. I've known business owners here in the city who've had a lot of trouble because there's a lot of nepotism within code enforcement.
Finally figured out it's daytime.
A lot of nepotism. There's a police right there, Kate.
Yes, and it's 60 around here.
All right. A lot of nepotism among code enforcement, inspectors. I mean, they got this whole thing rigged up. If you start a business in this town, you can't start a business in this town. I mean, if you come here, if you move here and you're going to start a business here, and you're stepping on somebody's toes, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, they're gonna ruin your life. I've known business owners in this town who've told me about all the horrors that they've gone through in this town. Basically, high poverty rates, high crime rates, all the problems that this community has are inherently just from the fact that the good old boy system here has stomped out everything they can to make sure that them and their buddies can be rich at the expense of everybody in these communities. Notice there's oranges on the right. There's newly planted oranges out here. It's a mess out here, it really is. This town has a lot of potential, but as long as this town continues to be in the grips of corruption here and the chokehold that they have in this community, this town is never going to be anything. I mean, imagine a place 45 minutes from Lakewood Ranch, where you can't even move to this town to start a business. A lot of people have moved here for affordability, and their lives have been shaped by struggles. If you start looking into the county here, you see businesses that are just constantly going after people. Like, you start a business here, stepping on somebody's toes, and they'll make your life miserable. It's a shame that that's the way these small towns are, but hey, they got them in a chokehold and they're happy with it. What do you call when somebody like a person that likes being abused, or what do you there's a name for it?
They like being the victim.
Yeah. In Spanish we call it masoquista. There's an English word for that. Look it up. If there's any single on here.
Definitely victim mindset.
Masochista in English?
Misogynist.
Misogynist, yeah. It's like they like being screwed, you know? What is the definition of that word in English? Let's look it up. Someone who enjoys or finds pleasure in being hurt or subjected to pain and humiliation. Yeah, that sounds about right. That describes what's going on here in Arcadia.
Yeah.
It also refers to individuals who seek out or create situations that lead to their own suffering. Sounds like homeless people. This can manifest in various ways, including self-sabotaging behaviors. Lady. Excessive self-criticism, or a tendency to remain in unfulfilling relationships. Like me. I'm stuck in this unfulfilling relationship with Katie. For 16 years now. We just celebrated the 16 years of my imprisonment to Katie.
Imprisonment? You've been free to leave whenever you want, so have I.
Alright, y'all. That's Arcadia for you. Check it out.